In other news, the CIA director has apologized to U.S. lawmakers after an investigation revealed the agency had penetrated Senate computers over interrogation documents. John Brennan says some CIA officers had indeed acted beyond their authority and in a manner inconsistent with the deal between the Senate and the agency about access to intelligence files. In March, Brennan dismissed these allegations that the agency had spied on the Senate Intelligence Committee investigators probing torture allegations. The spying flap and the larger dispute over decade-old CIA interrogation practices have poisoned relations between Senate Democrats and the CIA. To discuss that further, I'm joined by Stu Webb, who is a columnist with Veterans Today, and he's joining us live now via Skype from Kansas City. Now, this is quite a sad judgment on the CIA director himself, isn't it? Because he denied these very charges in March.
It is a sad situation, but we have a government. I've been on your shows before about the spying. The United States government's out of control, and they're out of control with the Israeli government. It's intertwined, and it's this American-Israeli pact. It's this Bush crime syndicate that has brought all this about since 1991 with the Inslaw software and the West Star satellites, and now we've got it buried in the NSA. We've got these trap doors that are buried in every country around the world, all their intelligence communities, their satellites. It's been buried there since 1991 with Inslaw. It's called Promise 2 now. And everybody on the planet's a walking signature. And I don't like it any more than any other human being likes it. We shouldn't have this going on. And the situation with one agency spying on the other agency, this was all about, brought about really heavy when you look at George W. Bush and Dick Cheney. These people have committed war crimes, crimes against humanity. They've been indicted in The Hague over this. And, you know, the Iraq war and the Afghan war and the whole bit. We as Americans, in my opinion, should put a stop to it. It's come to a point we need to have over here a house cleansing, and this entire Congress and the entire Senate is controlled through money through this APEC group, and that's our problem that we have here.
But I'm wondering, Mr. Webb, if you can explain to us, why would the CIA want to spy on the very gatekeepers who keep the system going?
They gave them the laws to do it, and they're spying on it on behalf of the crime syndicate. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. This Bush, George Herbert Walker Bush, when he became Vice President of the United States back in 1981, he went into massive overdrive. And nobody has eluded and robbed any country in the world like this guy eluded this country, and put in the controls and set up assassination teams under Ollie North. They did all kinds of things. It was so far off the charts, it's unbelievable. Now we have the evidence. Veterans Today's been reporting on it. Gordon Duff, who you bring on all the time, and many of the journalists, editors at Veterans Today have reported on this massive amount of material that they've accumulated from Russian intelligence, French intelligence, even U.S. intelligence, showing that these people bombed the buildings on the day of September 11th, 2001 here in America. They used nukes to do it that they stole right out of our nuclear arsenal in Amarillo, Texas. And I have just done a report on Oklahoma City bombing because I investigated it heavily back in the 90s with many other people in the intelligence community who gave me and provided me with a lot of information. We have found out that it was a nuke that went off there, and it was a nuke stolen out of our arsenal that Israel remodified and used. It's time that we shut them down. And I mean, we're seeing a country over there, and we're seeing this administration and the bizarre things the Congress, our U.S. Congress and Senate are saying that are allowing atrocities. I mean, we're talking about what's going on in the Gaza. I wish I could come put a stop to it. I wish I could come over there and arrest the Israeli leaders and put them in handcuffs. I'm not capable of doing that. One man can't do it. But I think that we all need to share blame on this for not doing something about it. These people are just mass murdering and doing genocide, and it's all to deal with this New World Order dominance where they want to have Jerusalem as the capital of the world, period. And I mean, we can see it with Ukraine, we can see it with Afghanistan, we can we can see it with the Ukrainians, the Jewish power over there struggle, what's going over in Syria. They want to expand it into Iran. I know that you people
on that point, I do apologize for interrupting you, Mr. Webb, but unfortunately time has gotten the best of us. But of course, we do appreciate your insight. That was Mr. Stu Webb speaking to us live from Kansas City.